you don't have to shush me. You don't have to shush me. It would have been funny if you just guessed on what music to play to just start this show.
You know what the best part is? I just turned the music off when you started talking, so it was almost like a weird effect. So that'll be fun for the podcast.
Great. Well, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily. AO, download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio B of our CHGO offices. Hey, Cody, the music stopped. There's no dancing because Lawrence doesn't want to have fun today.
Off,
it's okay. I'm still vibing. We should be vibing. We're rich for our standards, Sean.
We are rich. We have a great pitching matchup on the south side.
We're on route for a freaking boat.
My Sox won last night. The Cubs lost, which is basically a win for the Cubs, higher draft
and I'm
pick.
here.
So there you go. Welcome in to
the hit parlay hit.
And the hit parlay hit.
Yeah.
4-1 in the last 5.
1-0 in its last 1-0 in its last one for the Cubs hit parlay. Yeah.
Okay. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Welcome into Studio B of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. What's up, Jack R. in the comments. Sox won last night. I lost my parlay because of it. I could have been $50 richer, Cody. I need to talk to you about this. I was sweating tooth and nail in game 1 of the Guardians and Tigers game because I wasn't sure if the Guardians were going to pull it out. Andres Jimenez saves me in the 8th inning with a 3-run home run. Thank God I win one of a 4-leg parlay. Also, we're being produced today by Lawrence.
I put myself
Donato
on screen in the stupid bubble for like 3 minutes. And
so sorry. I screamed at you and then didn't even welcome you onto the show. We're being produced today by the Law Dog. Welcome back.
Extra hoop.
It's the first time I've produced with you guys in studio in 3 months, 2 months.
Before the air conditioner was fixed.
Yeah, definitely.
It was real sweaty, real awful when you were producing us in here. But it's a nice, cooler day, and we're better at betting now. Lawrence, are you proud of us?
I am. I've noticed the ups and downs and of the bankroll.
That's life, baby. Ups and downs.
But let's look at that bank. What do you say? Should we look at the bank?
I mean, you're gonna pull it up, so I have no choice. I'm at $38.96. And Cody, as I was saying, I had a 4-leg parlay yesterday. I could have been $50 richer. I had the Guardians in game 1. They had an 8th inning home run, take the lead. I win leg 1. Game 2. The Tigers win that game. They hit back-to-back home runs in the 5th inning. They're able to hold off the Guardians. I'm 2 for 4 in my 4-leg parlay. The Twins got down early, still fought tooth and nail, and won that one 3 for 4. The final leg, Astros money line. In the 8th inning, my damn White Sox put me through the ringer. I'm thinking they're going to lose, and I'm going to have $50 in my bank, or they're going to win, and I will be broke. I'm shocked that they won. I have no idea how to process it as a bettor, though. So if you're in my shoes, you're on the precipice of your team winning a game or you winning $50, which one are you rooting for? Because I had no idea. Well, and I wanted to be right with my parlay.
Well, for you, if I was in your shoes, I would have been happy about the Sox win because that's a big win for them. They needed it. But if you're in my situation and it was a similar one, then I'd just be pissed off because the Cubs aren't making the playoffs. So
you're like 20 games under 500.
I would be happy if I were you that the White Sox won because you need them to win ball games and you need them to beat good teams like the Astros to give you any sort of hope in order to get up to be let down in October at least. Like there's something about that. Like people always say like don't get up for the letdown, but like I love to get up to be completely let down. Well, so at least get up for the White Sox the rest of the year and then be disappointed in October if that is the case.
And what up, Jordo? I think that you're right, and I think what I told Herb was if they come back, I won't be mad because it's a White Sox win, and that's all that matters. And 2, White Sox lose, I get $50. White Sox win, it's a White Sox win.
You hedged your emotions, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's just the best. That's the best way to do it.
The smart thing would have been to cash out at $36. I did not do that. That was on me. But am I going to think about that all day? Think about the possible, I don't know, $72 that could be my bankroll right now? I shy, not for my mental health. I'll just think of the White Sox win, and that'll make me happy. But the Mariners won. That was my lock of the day yesterday, plus 100.
Yeah, what a choke fest by the Angels.
Oh, baby. And guess what? 8th inning comes around. I cashed out for $1 in that 3-leg parlay, so it wasn't all for naught. It was for $5 turned into $1.70. And then I had another $5 bet that hit, so I had $11, and it's 8-8 in the top of the 8th. Mariners Angels. You're giving me the Mariners versus the Angels bullpen. I took them at plus 100. So I ended up making $32 on the Mariners game last night.
That was your lock of the night, right?
Yeah, and I doubled down on it, and it was a good day. So I had a good betting day, and you had a good
It's just nice
hit
to
parlay
be
day.
Yeah, it's just nice to be above $20. Both of us. Look at us.
Yeah, you're 30. I'm at 36. You're at 50.
Yeah,
right?
I'm at I came in today with 63.
Hold on, let me, where'd it go? Bank,
63?
bank. Here we go.
65. Yeah, it would be significantly more if both hit parlays hit, but I went 1-1 last night. The Cubs, same game, hit parlay, hit. It is 1-0 in its last one. We're going to go 2-0 in its last two tonight. Hopefully, we'll get to it. But look at us, Sean. We're the Paul Rudd meme. We're just making money. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Lawrence, are you proud?
I'm very proud.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Jack R said, "What up to me? What up, Jack R?"
And Jack R's right. If you aren't betting the Cody Delmetrics hit parlay at this point, I don't know what you're doing. Kid's making money. I'm making money.
Yeah,
we're making money on the show.
The MLB
millionaires.
What did I tweet today? The MLB hit parlay is 4-1 in its last 5 or 5. Yeah, 4-1 in its last 5. Yeah,
sounds about right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, lost last night, but it's okay.
All right, let's look at some of the stuff we're doing today. We got our locks of the night. I got 2 picks for you. We also got same game hit parlays as well. And then I got a parlay for tonight's White Sox and Astros game. But we are going to the NFC East and continuing our NFL future previews. And we're going to go pick a winner for the NFC East this year. These are the points bet odds. Dallas Cowboys are your favorite to win the NFC East this year at plus 140. Eagles second favorite at plus 165. Washington Commanders, shout out to Connor Smith, at plus 500, and the New York Football Giants.
The New York Football Giants.
Very important to make that distinction. The New York Football Giants at plus 700. Cody,
I wish I could do it in the Chris Berman voice, but I can't.
The New York Football Giants.
Yeah,
I don't know.
go.
That was my best Berman.
Okay.
Off the cuff Berman.
When you look at this division,
Can you do a Berman? You could do a Tom Skilling. Tom Skilling and Chris Berman kind of look like each other.
I mean,
the Raiders.
The Raiders. Nothing like what did they call it on ESPN? The Blitz, or it's like the fastest two minutes, right?
The 2-minute drill.
Yeah, whatever they call it. Yeah.
Back.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of over the Chris Berman.
He's rumbling stump. Yeah, all right. We're done with the Berman stuff.
Legendary. Okay, so if we're looking at the NFC East, plus 140 is plus money. The Cowboys should win this division. You look at their roster, you look at the talent, you look at the quarterback. They should win this division. But we see it year in and year out. This division is always a dumpster fire.
Tell me how you really feel.
I feel like the Cowboys should have won the division. This division, every year, the last at least 4 seasons. It feels like, because the talent that they have, but they always find a way to either live up to expectations or they just completely flop. There's no in between. 2 years ago didn't the then Redskins
2 years ago was they won with an under
team?
500 record.
Yeah. It was
7-9. Yeah.
Right. And the Cowboys were bad. I know they had injuries, whatever.
I mean, since 2017, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, 10-6 Cowboys won in 2018, 9-7 Eagles won in 2019. Washington football team won in 2020 with a 7-9 record, and then Dallas finally won it with a 12-5 record. Just showing you that when the Cowboys are healthy, 10-6, 12-5, they're going to win this division.
Right.
I think it's an easy bet for me.
I think
take the Cowboys with plus money.
Yeah, I think that it's the Cowboys, and I don't even I'm surprised that the Eagles are at plus 165. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a great fantasy quarterback. He was a great fantasy quarterback last year, but didn't result in the wins. I don't believe in Carson Wentz.
Nor should you.
Yeah, and Daniel Jones with the new coach, I don't know. I will say this, I like the Giants more so than the Commanders, so I'm a little surprised they're plus 700 compared to the Commanders, but maybe it's their defense, I don't know. But yeah, as far as this division, I think it's the Cowboys. But
I don't mind what Jack R's saying. You know, with this division being such a dumpster fire that any team's in it, you maybe just splash a little on the Giants.
Yeah,
worst to first.
I really don't trust the Giants at all.
No, I don't
trust
I
their
don't either,
defense.
but
Their best player is a running back who can't stay healthy. Their quarterback sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
good
I
coach
agree.
though. We've seen flashes of Daniel Jones looking competent. It's their like in the past he's been hurt substantially because their offensive line. They've like you look at some of their games, especially later in the year last year, they really improved, in my opinion. But does that mean they're going to win the division? Like he said, long shot.
Eagles got better on defense. Hassan Reddick was a signing this year. They paid him $45 million. Fletcher Cox re-signed for $14 million. And then they also added James Bradbury from the Giants for $10 million. So interdivisional signing right there. I see why people like the Giants. If you believe Jalen Hurts can take a step, I don't think it's a bad bet. But to me, it's very clear. I think the Cowboys just are clearly by far the better
Should
team,
win.
most talented.
They don't have Amari
It's
Cooper
really
anymore,
you're
Bob.
just kicking yourself if they get injured. But yeah, they don't have Amari Cooper. But let's see, CeeDee Lamb, is he all right? Oh yeah, they gave him the 88.
Tony Pollard really came on the scene last year, so they're not going to have to rely on Zeke like they have in previous seasons. Yeah, I mean, you say that about every team. Like if they stay healthy, they should win the division. But in this division, it's like it's very true though, because like I can't trust the Commanders. And you can't trust the Giants.
Well, Eric Fenton's saying Commanders are going to win the division, and the NFL will rig it for them. I have no idea why.
Why would they do that for Dan Snyder?
Dan Snyder is public enemy number one, I think, besides Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Maybe not public enemy number one, but the enemy number one, I think, of the NFL is Dan Snyder. He won't upgrade his football stadium. He is a scumbag of a person and owner.
Garbage person.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I just they would
scandals
love
out
if
the
Dan
window.
Snyder was not an owner of an NFL team. If they could swap out Jeff Bezos, I know there's a lot of question marks with that guy, but like if they could just put in any other random ass billionaire and not have Dan Snyder in the NFL, I think they would love that.
I mean, I grew up as a fan of the Washington football team because I liked drawing their helmet when I was a 7-year-old, and I said they're gonna win the Super Bowl, and they did. So I was
that the Doug Williams year? Was that the?
Oh no, this is the old timer 82. This is Mark Rippett. No.
Well, no, I mean, who's the kicker?
Heisman. Mark Mosley.
Yeah, Mark Mosley,
Right.
MVP.
Yeah, he was awesome. But so I stopped caring about that team when Snyder became their owner. Like he sucks and he ruined football in Washington. So
Right.
F them.
And Jack R, just really quick, because I just want to stay on Washington. Did you see the interview with Carson Wentz, the preseason interview with the media guy?
It's kind of blown out of proportion though. Like what is Washington's the GM? Who was it that went at the guy?
Missed it. I didn't see it.
Oh, so I don't know the back and forth. It was Carson Wentz and some, I just assume, reporter.
A local DC reporter.
Okay.
Right, and they're
on the
just
beat.
sitting like on the practice field asking questions, and the guy's like, "Hey, you've looked really shitty basically in practice. You've been really inaccurate. You've been really bad. What do you say about that?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I don't know. It's the preseason. Like, I don't know." He just seemed to be very much like, "You kind of suck, bro. What's up with that?"
I mean,
and Carson's just like, I don't know. It's practice. I'm the hardest on myself. I'm not trying to suck. I love football."
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is Wentz, like in his career, has always been like every preseason. There's always hey, Carson Wentz is inaccurate because he sucks. So
Right.
like that's what it is. But the thing,
not his
I don't know.
fault.
The thing is that whole thing got blown out of proportion. They snipped it together 2 bites of the 11-minute interview, and it wasn't that big of a deal if you watched the whole thing. I don't know.
So just Warren Sharp being shady.
Yeah,
Just bad editing.
No, I mean, the guy asked the questions, but like the fact that the Commanders player, what is that guy? Whoever the hell it was that like went
Carson
at the
Wentz?
reporter. No, the guy that went at the reporter. He's like the vice president or something.
I missed that.
Like, what is he doing? Like, he's like calling the guy unprofessional. Like, dude, settle down. Look at your organization around you, and then you're calling it
Right.
journalist unprofessional.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's way too much
anything about
Commander
this.
talk, though, for the show, as far as I'm
All I will
concerned.
say about the Commanders is, like, there's a reason Carson Wentz is on the Commanders, and that's because he couldn't beat the Jaguars the last week of the season for the Colts to make the playoffs. So
There you go.
better than Taylor Heineke, but I am not trusting Carson Wentz, and he's someone that I've wanted to believe in because I like his story, FCS quarterback, like came back from the ACL, all that stuff.
Whatever.
But like he's had years, man.
Seriously.
He's had years. Like, not saying he's awful. I just
You know how
think
much
he's
money
like
that guy
a tier 3
made?
quarterback.
His story sucks at this point. It doesn't matter.
Right.
He made so much money, and he's a terrible quarterback. End of story.
I'm so happy that he went to North Dakota State 8 years ago and is now a millionaire. Like, I don't know. It's real
that's
rags
not-
to riches
that's
and
not
has
real-
stayed
that's
at
not-
riches.
That's not the story that I'm saying. It's just like
I-
playing it in an FCS school and then being drafted as high as he is impressive in my eyes. So, anyway, yeah, Cowboys plus 140. You want to take a flyer? I like the Giants plus 700. That's where I sit.
I like Cowboys. I would understand Eagles fans talking themselves into plus 165. I don't think they have a bad team, but I trust the Cowboys more. Cody, I have a question for you.
What's that?
Do you know who Yao Janela is?
Should I?
Lawrence, do you know who Yao Janela is?
I know Yao Ming.
Okay. I might be mispronouncing this person's name wrong. It's Joao Gianella. And at plus 105, I won a free bet on PointsBet. So, Cody, I don't know if you saw, there's the PointsBet Power Hour going around at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I got a free $5 tennis bet. I knew nothing about tennis. I looked at somebody who had a live match that started pretty early, and they were at plus 105. This Yao Janela, they were at plus 105. I put my free $5 bet in, and I got $5.25 back. So thank
look
you,
at you.
PointsBet and the PointsBet Power Hour. And you should be downloading the PointsBet
What other
app
sportsbook does this?
and take advantage of the
come on.
PointsBet Power Hour.
Wow.
I made money off of it. So come on. PointsBet Sportsbook is counting down the days until the football season with a new offer every day until the season kicks off. From now until September 8th, the PointsBet Power Hour will unlock a new daily offer from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know some of them have been like futures for the NCAA, national title winner.
We did NFL Defensive Player of the Year the other day.
And today was a $5 free tennis bet. I knew nothing about tennis, but I won money. Sign up for PointsBet now using the promo code CHGO to also get a risk-free risk-free bets. Sorry, there's a word missing. I should tell our guy Parker. Get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000, and don't miss out on your chance to get daily access to free bets, boosted odds, and so much more now through September 8th. But that's not it. If you make a $51 or more first-time deposit at PointsBet, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from a CHGO locker. Download the PointsBet app today and use code CHGO to take advantage of this limited-time offer. Don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. If you're someone who has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. And we love the PointsBet Power Hour. So I won money today.
I didn't make. I got the notification and then I didn't.
I keep
told myself I was
missing
going to make
the
bet.
hour. I'm such
Yeah.
an idiot. I just
from 12 to
keep
1
missing it.
Central
I'm always
Standard Time
busy
every
doing
day.
shit over here, and it's like
Until
Your
September
fault.
8th, I believe.
my fault.
I
So you got
set
like
an
almost
alarm.
a whole month.
I set an alarm. Right. Exactly. You'll be making money for about the next 24 days here.
Yeah.
It's a
You're
great
not
way
signing
to...
up a points bet. I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. And let's look at some bets tonight. I'll go to you, Cody, first. Let's take you through the Cubs-Nationals game, and then I'll take over
All
with
right.
the Cease Verlander stuff.
Let's do the Cubs same game hit parlay, baby. All right. So I originally had Ian Happ in here because the guy has been mashing. I mean, he hit 2 homers last night, and going into tonight, he was hitting 375 for his career against Patrick Corbin, but for some reason, David Ross isn't playing him. So we're substituting Ian Happ out and putting Franmil Reyes in with Nico Horner and Nelson Velasquez. That's 3 righties against Patrick Corbin, who has a 7 ERA and honestly really stinks this year. He's really bad. Franmil Reyes is batting .500 in 6 at-bats against Corbin. He has a homer off him. And then Nico Horner, he is 2 for 2. That's only 2 at-bats, but 2 for 2. Also, he's just hitting the ball hard everywhere. I mean, this guy just continues to play well. And Nelson Velasquez, that's a little bit of the flyer. Obviously, young guy, but facing a lefty. He's hit well off lefties in the limited at-bats that he's gotten, so I like him. If you take it single, I think it was minus 190 or minus 170, one of those two. So it, I would rather do the hit parlay than doing a single. But yeah, you do that. That comes out to what was it, Lawrence, plus 193?
Yeah, plus 193. Sure.
Plus 193. There it is. The same game hit parlay for the Chicago Cubs. Next one, the MLB hit parlay, which I already tweeted out today, which also had Ian Happ in it. I switched it out, put Nico Horner in it. I just told you about Nico Horner. Next, Charlie Blackman. The guy mashes off Jose Quintana, and I had Charlie Blackman in my hit parlay last week as well against, who was it? Jose Quintana. Now they're in St. Louis instead of Colorado. Now, Charlie Blackman, batting .563 and 16 at-bats, has a homer and 2 RBIs. He's batting second tonight, so he's going to get the second most at-bats in the game. So I like that. Then you got J.P. Crawford, who's hitting well his last couple games. He's got 6 hits in his last 12 at-bats. Yes, that's the correct math. 6 hits his last 12 at-bats. And against Jose I can't say his last name. Angels
Suarez?
pitcher. Suarez, thank you. The Angels pitcher. He's batting 415 at-bats. So through all three of these guys, playing well right now and mash the guys that they've played, that they're going up against. And that comes out to a plus 201. Plus 201. We're speaking in existence. We're going 2-0 tonight, baby.
This guy won't
2-0.
He won't stop talking about hit parlays. So I think you should jump on the hit parlay train. This guy has not been.
We ride at sunset.
We've been doing this show for 5 months. He's not been obsessed with a certain baseball thing as much as the hit parlay because
I wish we start. I was doing
winning.
this in April.
They're working. Right, they're working. It's a smart thing. I think you're rolling. Also, I just want to mention, AJ Brown was added to the Eagles, so that's gonna be. That's gonna be a pretty big boost.
That's why. Okay, now it makes a little bit more. I forgot that he was on there.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Let's take you through tonight's matchup. Let's go to the South Side. First, let's get my real pick of the day because let's build off Cody's Cubs same game parlay. I'm going Cubs minus 1.5 at plus 100. That was my lock of the day. I saw that last night after all the games went final. PointsBet posted the odds. I saw Cubs at minus 1.5 at plus 100. Justin Steele just pitched against the Nationals. Looked great. 6 innings, 9 Ks.
Currently sits at minus, or no, that's the money line. Well, it is the spread is still plus 100. Okay.
Yeah. And what's the money line at?
Minus 160.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think the Cubs are going to win by 2. Justin Steele didn't even get that much hard contact in the last game against the Nationals.
He pitched very well against them, yeah.
I really don't think it's going to be a good outlook for the Nationals against Justin Steele. And Patrick Corbin's on the mound. This guy you're going up against Patrick Corbin, who's giving up a ton of hits, who has the Nationals defense behind him. Like, it's easy money, I think, in my mind. I love Cubs plus 100 at minus 1.5. And then White Sox money line at plus 110.
He's riding.
I am riding it mainly because Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
It's Cy Cease. I love Dylan. He is going to put them in a position to win, I think. It's just all if the White Sox can hit. Yeah. I think that if the White Sox go out and hit, I think the White Sox will win this game.
It'd be tough against Verlander, but
last time they faced him, 7 earned runs.
Fair. Also, anytime Dylan Cease is pitching and you can get the White Sox money line at plus 100,
right?
Just take it. Just take it. And whether win or lose, you can go to bed and you can sleep peacefully. Well, maybe not because if you're a Sox fan, if they lose, but as far as a gambler, you know what I mean,
right? I'm not having any worries putting money on the White Sox money line when they are 17-6 in Dylan Cease starts. He's Cy Cease for a reason. He's got a sub-2 ERA, 14 straight starts with 1 earned run or less. Love it.
I am a big Sox fan tonight because I really just want this Dylan Cease AL Cy Young future bet to hit.
There you go.
And if he pitches well tonight, that will be added to his resume for AL Cy Young, which I got it at plus 1 or plus 900. I don't know what it is now. I'll look it up real quick, but I'm sure it's.
Well, we got
lower.
it right here.
Oh, it's on screen.
I already thought ahead of you.
It's at plus 150.
Don't worry, Cody.
Woo! Look at us. I'm doing the Paul Rudd meme again. Look at us.
I got Dylan Cease at plus 900 too. Right now it's at minus 155 for Justin Verlander. He is the odds-on favorite to win the AL American League Cy Young. At minus 155. Dylan Cease just on his tail, though, at plus 150. And this is a huge, huge matchup. I think it's the third time since they lowered the mound in 1969 where there's going to be two pitchers with an ERA of under 2. So this is a historical matchup, and that's why PointsBet's got some featured wagers as well for the Cy Young matchup. So Cy Young battle special number 4, Justin Verlander have over 6.5 strikeouts and to record a win at plus 390. If you think the Astros are going to win, I don't think that's a bad idea. Justin Verlander is a right-hander with a slider. The White Sox don't like that. Cy Young battle special number 3, Dylan Cease to have over 7.5 strikeouts and to record a win at plus 425. I think him going 6 innings, basically a given unless he is walking the yard. If he's able to avoid that, though, he's probably going to strike out at least 8 guys because the Astros haven't seen his slider before, or the new slider, the change slider that has more vertical drop. It's been devastating. It's the best pitch in baseball this year. Pitchers strike out head-to-head as well. If you think Dylan Cease is going to have more strikeouts, minus 130. Justin Verlander have more strikeouts at plus 100. And then you can also add your additional strikeouts, and they're being ridiculous. You can have Dylan Cease to record 12. They got up to 15 plus at plus 3,500. Justin Verlander to record 15 plus strikeouts at plus 4,000. I don't think that's going to happen. But I also like Cy Young battle special number 2. Verlander and Cease to combine for 20 plus strikeouts at plus 550, and or Cy Young battle special number 1, Cease and Verlander to combine for 15 plus strikeouts at plus 100. So
they also have some booster odds.
A lot of features. Oh, they got more booster odds too.
Booster odds. You go to the booster odds tab. There's some Dylan Cease and Justin Verlander bets in there. Cease to throw 8 plus strikeouts, and the Sox to win, boosted from plus 220 to plus 250. I don't know if you said that one, but
7.5 and Sox to record a win is plus 425. So that's just the Sox to win, though.
Yeah,
so that's why it's lower.
Sox to win and for Cease to throw 8 strikeouts or more. Yeah. I also like Cease over 6.5 strikeouts and no run first inning.
Oh.
Plus 160.
We love NFRI. We love it, and it rolls off the tongue. I don't know really what to get from this matchup. This is what everybody wants to see. Here's the parlay I put together. This is what everybody wants to see, Cody, right? Mm-hmm. Under 7.5, Verlander 8 plus Ks, Cease plus 8 plus Ks. When you have guys with this ERA, you want a pitcher's matchup. You want to see dominant pitching. It's at plus 583. If you want to really bet with your hopes, like this is what you want to see, that's probably the parlay that you're going to put down. I have no idea what's going to happen in this game. No clue. The White Sox just scored 7 runs off Justin Verlander. If you asked me before that game what they were going to do, I probably thought Justin Verlander would throw a complete game shutout. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what to expect for Cease against the Astros.
The type of guy that Justin Verlander is and the career that he hasn't forgot about that start. No. And he's going to come out, and it's going to be his own revenge game for himself. That's not to say that they're going to win, but he's going to pitch much better. I would guess.
Right. And so, and Cease, I really can't look at the previous matchups or previous performance against the Astros because this is a different pitcher. I mean, you even hear Lucas Giolito talk about him. The confidence that he's showing is unmatched to what he's done before. He's just a different guy. He's reached a different level, a different stage of his maturity, and his pitches have just been better. I mean, he's reworked his slider to a point where it's now the most dominant pitch in baseball. I want the Sox to win. That's why I put the money on the money line, but I cannot tell you that I know what's going to happen tonight. They could both be out by the 3rd inning. I have no clue, but it should be fun. That's why we bet, right?
Yeah. I think for all of us, we want to see the pitchers, the pitching duel. So, I kind of like this. See 6.5 strikeouts and no run first inning. I think that's a lock.
And what's that at?
Plus 160. It's boosted from plus 135. I'm tempted. I might sprinkle.
As Jack Carr says, he's now Cy C. So you're just backing up a Cy Young winner, and there you go. Lawrence very proud of his making of Justin Verlander. And
I just enjoyed it.
What would you? I mean, is it Kate Upton or is it Dylan Upton? I mean,
it's just Kate Upton with Dylan Cease's mustache.
It's great. How long did that take you to do?
At least 4 minutes.
It's a brilliant.
I'm just glad that I can still think of Kate Upton the way that I always have my entire life.
That's great.
With a
Saying that.
mustache?
That's great.
With Dylan Cease's mustache?
Yeah, like it didn't like ruin my image of Kate Upton in my.
That's
No, it did. I mean, I don't know about
after all,
ruined.
It is
Very sexy mustache.
Yeah, I honestly,
a very sexy mustache.
I thought she always had a mustache.
Oh.
I really didn't. I think that's why it's gotten the low engagement that Lawrence wanted a higher engagement. I think it's just gotten low engagement just because I think people didn't realize that you photoshopped it. I think that people just thought that she's always had that mustache. It looked pretty fake.
Yeah, why are we showing these two? Yeah.
8 games since the White Sox scored 7 earned runs off of Justin Verlander. In those 53 and 2/3 innings, Cody, he has a 1.17 ERA. So I don't think he's forgotten that, and I don't think that he likes that start. So it should be a fun one in Chicago. It will probably be a nutty one, to say the least. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you to the Law Dog, Lawrence. Your Italian name threw me off. Benedetto.
Benedetto.
I don't
Yeah,
know why.
come on.
Lawrence Benedetto.
Thank you.
Cody's falling asleep.
Sorry.
We'll talk to you
Appreciate
later.
you.
We're going to be millionaires tomorrow. Bye.
With a boat.